Let's check out Sandy Barnes in morning traffic this morning. Here she is.
Thank you, Bob. Well, at this time, look for the usual 8:15 rush with that added attraction of some slick roads and standing water. So you should allow some extra time, especially if you have to cross the Ashley Bridge or the Wampoo Bridge, because traffic is still a bit heavy and moving slowly. Sandy Barnes, WCSC Traffic Watch. WCSC Charleston.
8:18, you rascal. Patrick Joyce is back from New York, and he's next with our sports report. 1390 CSC at 8:22. 22 minutes past 8 o'clock. Bob Nash in the morning crew here. Well, Patrick Joyce is back from New York. Patrick, good to have you back, sir.
Thank you. It's good to be back.
You know, the sad news we were talking about last hour and had listeners calling up about Kay Kaiser, who died at 79 yesterday. Kay Kaiser and his radio program called College of Musical Knowledge.
Right.
The guy, his sidekick's name was Ishka-Bibble.
Right.
And you have the name of the female singer who was there.
Yes, it was Jenny Sims.
Yes. I recognize the name now, but I would have never thought. Speaking of names, go ahead.
Have you got a half a second for me to mention something about Kay Kaiser?
Sure.
Not to jump on the bandwagon, and this is in no sense humorous, because I think everybody really lost a friend yesterday when he died. Kay Kaiser, as you know, in his later years, in the 50s, turned to his church. He was a Christian Scientist, and he did a lot of work for the church, his church, and the church in general. And he came to Richmond, Virginia, when my wife and I were in college at that point, and I had the opportunity to meet him and spend several nights 1 week in a kind of not a revival setting, but just a college rap session sort of thing with him. He was a marvelous man, just a super guy, super individual, so friendly, it's not funny, and we'll miss him. Really
had a great sense of humor, too. And, of course, a good band. Speaking of names, Ishka-Bibble, which was the guy's real name, what do you think is the number one name that parents are naming their boys this year? Recent survey taken. Go ahead, take a guess.
The number one name?
Number one name. Has been for years, as a matter of fact, but it was last year for boys.
Well, it's not Ishka-Bibble.
No, but you're close.
I am?
I'll tell you, it was Michael. And the girl...
Ishka Michael?
No, Michael. Just plain Michael. And the girl's name, the number one name for girls last year...
It's got to be Mary.
No, Jennifer.
No kidding.
Jennifer, followed by Amy, Melissa, Michelle, and Katie.
That's a bunch of people.
Mary didn't make it, yes. What you got in sports this morning?
Good morning, everyone. Sports is brought to you by Smith & Smith. Back next year. In the National League yesterday and last night, besides Cincinnati's win over the Mets, it was St. Louis, Montreal, Philly, Chicago, and L.A. all winning. American League winners Toronto, Boston, Chicago, California, Texas, Kansas City, and Minnesota. We'll have news on basketball and an anecdote. That after this for Smith & Smith.
Deer hunters, since the hunting season is just around the corner, now is the time to get ready. Smith & Smith Gun Shop is ready to help you with their modern indoor range. You can test pattern your buckshot and slug so you'll have the edge when you need it. And while you're there, check their buckshot and ammo prices at dealer, wholesale, or below. In any case, you just be sure your shotgun or deer rifle is as good as you are. That's Smith & Smith Gun Shop, Mark Clark Expressway and Dorchester Road.
Smith & Smith Gun Shop, we aim to please.
Boston College basketball coach Gary Williams will hold a news conference this morning around 9:30, supposedly to announce that he'll take the job at Wake Forest. If you think hamburger is expensive, check this out. There's a new world record payment for a thoroughbred horse sold at public auction. A British partnership yesterday paid $13.1 million for a son of Nijinsky II at the Keeneland yearling sale. And that's without the sesame seed bun. For Smith & Smith Gun Shop, Patrick Joyce, WCSC Sports. That's the way the ball bounces.
1390 WCSC, Charleston's information station.
It's 8:27. Good morning. I'm Charlie Davis. Just ahead of Paul Harvey, here's a quick look at local and state news. More than 50 James Island residents were spared from having to pay $40 each yesterday. The motorists went to Charleston City Court and found that their 2-week-old traffic tickets had been dismissed. The people had been written up for driving through the Cross Creek subdivision between 7 and 9 o'clock in the morning. Ironically, says City Attorney Bill Regan, the people can be charged again.
Should they be charged again, then these tickets will be reopened, and they'll be facing a full point and a close to $100 fine.
Right now, the city is at odds with the state highway department over the matter. It's been an awfully wet rush hour. Sandy Barnes has the latest on the traffic flow.
And a problem at I-26 West at the Dorchester Road exit ramp. An accident there is tying up traffic. So if you're going to go in that area, you're going to get delayed a bit. I-26 West at the Dorchester exit. Sandy Barnes, WCSC Traffic Watch.
A two-car crash in Berkeley County killed a Charleston Heights woman and injured two other people yesterday afternoon. The coroner's office says 65-year-old Azalee Levine Jenkins was killed when the car she was driving apparently crossed into the other lane of traffic on Highway 52 north of Monk's Corner. And there'll be no Sunday liquor sales in Surfside Beach, at least not for now. The voters in Surfside turned down a referendum to sell liquor on Sunday. The vote was 329 in favor and 531 against. About half the city's 2,000 registered voters showed up at the polls yesterday. Now, next week, a similar liquor referendum will be held in Myrtle Beach. And the city of North Charleston may start paying its employees more in accordance with federal guidelines, but the mayor says he doesn't think those workers will be entitled to back pay.
Hello?
Huh? Who's that?
Over here, your phone.
My phone's talking to me?
Of course. Who better to set you straight about custom calling services from Southern Bell?
Who needs them?
You only think you don't need custom calling services. You just missed a call from your mom while you were talking to George.
I missed a call from my mom?
Oh, if only you had call waiting, you'd know about that nice apple pie she's baking for you.
Mom? Apple pie?
And custom calling services from Southern Bell. Has a nice ring to it, doesn't it?
Well, I don't know.
Think of the convenience of having services such as speed calling, three-way calling, and call forwarding.
Well, I guess it'd be convenient.
And economical, too. They cost no more than $3 each per month. Order more than one, and discount packages are available.
Oh?
Oh, yes. In fact, when you order all 4 features at once, you can save 25% on the monthly charge.
Hey, that's quite a deal.
So what are you waiting for?
Well, all right already. I'll call my Southern Bell business office today.
Oh, your mom will be so pleased.
Southern Bell, a Bell South company.